Many people imagine a mathematical function as a kind of machine which, when given an input x, outputs a corresponding y. In itself, this idea is fine. For the ideal mathematical world, we would of course have to assume that this machine always works and functions correctly. Things only become problematic when this metaphor suggests that the machine calculates. While there are many functions with precise calculation rules, there are also an infinite number of functions that provably cannot have a calculation rule. So, if the machine isn't calculating, what is it doing? To answer this question, we first need to dig a little deeper. In mathematics, a function is a binary left total and right unique relation. Don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it is. A relation is a set of tuples. Now, a set is simply a collection of objects. In mathematics, this is usually denoted by curly brackets. A tuple is basically the same thing, but unlike a set, we use round brackets here and the order of the objects matters. While the set with the elements 1, 2, 3 and the set with the elements 1, 3, 2 are the same, the tuples 1, 2, 3 and 1, 3, 2 are different. A tuple with 3 elements is called a 3-tuple, one with 4 elements a 4-tuple, and so on. A 3-tuple is also called a triple for short, and a 2-tuple is called a pair. In this video, we are only interested in these, because a binary relation is simply a set of pairs. More precisely, a binary relation R is a subset of the Cartesian product of two sets x and y. But let's illustrate everything with an example. Let's say that the set x contains you, your mom and your dad. I'll just choose the same set for y, but it could have been any set. The Cartesian product is then the set of all pairs that we can form with the elements of these sets, where the left side contains an element from x and the right side contains an element from y. Visually, we can simply arrange the elements of these sets across from each other. That way we can pair u from the set x with u from the set y, and so on. The Cartesian product thus consists of these 9 pairs, and a relation is then any subset of it. For instance, we could pick out only these pairs. But we could also choose all pairs, or none of them, because the empty set is a subset of every set and therefore a relation as well. However, randomly selecting any pairs is not that exciting. It is more interesting to choose those whose elements, as the name relation suggests, are in some way related to each other. In other words, only those pairs x-y that fulfill a certain condition, such as x loves y. So, if your mom loves you, then this pair is an element of the relation. A happy family could then look like this. If everyone also loves themselves, then we might have a super happy family. If the relation corresponds to the empty set, then the family is probably not very happy. But whatever our family situations may be, if every x loves at least one y, then such a relation is called left total. The current relation is left total since every x loves at least one person. If, for example, your dad loved neither you, your mom, nor himself, then this relation would not be left total. And if every x loves at most one y, then the relation is called right unique. This relation is not right unique, because you love your mom and your dad. But you are not allowed to love both of them. The same applies to the other x's, by the way. This relation, on the other hand, is right unique, or this one. But this one would not be left total. The previous one would be both, and this is what mathematicians would call a function. A binary relation, in other words, a set of pairs, that is left total and right unique. And we haven't done any calculations here. But let's take a quick look at an example with numbers. Let's say that the sets x and y correspond to the set of all real numbers greater than or equal to 0. As before, we can visualize the Cartesian product in this way. The only difference now is that we can form an infinite number of pairs, resulting in an area that would of course extend infinitely. A relation would then be any subset, such as this one, or simply a one-dimensional curve, This curve, for example, is not left total because not every x has at least one y. If the curve extended over the entire area, we would have a left total relation. But it wouldn't be right unique because not every x has at most one y. In this form, however, it is. In other words, the set of all pairs of this curve is a function. And as before, it is more interesting to select only pairs that satisfy a certain condition. For example, all pairs xy where y equals x squared, or the sign of x plus 1. It is also interesting that the empty set is a function. Feel free to write a proof in the comments. Now let's answer the question we asked at the beginning. If you imagine a function as a kind of machine, try to dismiss the idea that it somehow calculates the output. Instead, imagine that there is a creature living inside the machine that has only one task. Given a certain input, the creature searches the table for the corresponding output. Nothing more.